Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which part of the world you're seeing my video from. This is Enuani Cultural Forum, and I'm welcoming you to the 2026 edition of our programs. This is our first live stream for the year 2026. You're highly welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. Now, I'm not going to take too much time, but I'm going to start by thanking everyone who has so far supported our work. There are people who have supported us greatly, and I do not want their names mentioned anywhere, but I can't help but thank them. One of them is my brother from Oboli. I'm from Obuluku in Niger South local government area of Delta State. And this my brother is from Oboli, or we call them Obuloru in Imo State. I also have a brother from Enugu State who spent most of his life in Ibuzo in Delta State. I also have my brother, this one I will mention his name. My brother from Enugu State, his name is Okoli, but he goes by the name MC Ndon. My brother in Anambra State, his name is Ozo Ononeni. My brother again, Chukwuma from Anambra State. There are so many of them, too numerous to mention. And my brother Gregory Obolu, I know you're seeing this video. Every single other person who supported this channel in the year 2025, I want to sincerely thank you for your moral, emotional, and financial support. There's also this my brother who is the founder of Omenka app, Omenka TV. They also have an application, a mobile application. He has reached out to me several times to morally encourage me, even offering to support any project that we insist that we would like to initiate for this year 2026. I want to thank him. He has called me severally throughout the holiday. We took almost a 10-day break. We haven't posted in this channel for about 10 days now. So we are breaking the jinx today by starting today to enumerate some of the things that make Igbo very, very great, so that people don't go about denying their Igbo identity. You know what started off this channel is the quest to educate our people about their cultural identity. It is important to know and appreciate your cultural identity because it doesn't change. Unlike political identity that changes with time, cultural identity remains fairly constant. For those of us who are from Delta State, we have had the privilege of being called Western Igbo, people of Western Igbo land. We have been called people of Midwestern Igbos. We have been called Bendel Igbo. And now we are called Delta Igbo. If by God's grace we succeed in getting our Anyoma state, our name will become Anyoma people. But we have always been Igbo. Colonial reports categorized us as Igbo-speaking people of the Western Niger. That is Western Igbo people. So, today we are looking at what makes Igbo land great. Why are they envious of Igbo land? Now, before there was ever a place called Nigeria, the greatness of Igbo has already gone all over the world. The news of the greatness of Igbo has been a global knowledge, such that when the colonial masters, when the missionaries were coming to Nigeria, they were given pamphlets and they were given interpreters who could interpret the Hebrew language, because they were told that when they get to Nigeria, when they get to that land area, it wasn't Nigeria. When they get to that part of Africa, they will meet people who speak Hebrew. That was the knowledge given to them. So when they got to this area, they expected to meet people who speak Hebrew, but they were disappointed that the people they met were not speaking Hebrew, but they had characteristics that is typical of the Hebrews. That is the Ndi Igbo. They had characteristics that were typical of the Jews. That is Ndi Igbo. Now, this does not in any way cement the fact that Ndi Igbo came from Hebrew. No. Rather, most historians, some are dead, some are alive, believe that it is the Hebrews who came out of Ndi Igbo, because Ndi Igbo are more ancient. And that is speaking to the facts. Speaking to the facts speaks that Igbo land is more ancient than wherever is called Israel of today. It's nice to have you online. You said my microphone is too close. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm going to slow it down. I was actually speaking that way because there's a fan close to me, and I feared that the fan will be blowing away my voice and I wouldn't be heard. But thank you so much for that feedback. So today we are looking at the greatness of Ndi Igbo and why are they afraid of Ndi Igbo, the Igbo greatness. Now, I've heard somebody from Ikwere land, a top Ikwere person, make this statement that Ikwere land is like the tongue of Ndi Igbo, that if they are cut off from Ndi Igbo will become landlocked. And I took him on the argument, a very strong argument. Without Ikwere land, Igbo land will never be landlocked. Not at all. The old Eastern Nigeria had several access to the Atlantic Ocean. Several access to the Atlantic Ocean. It wasn't just Ikwere land. What are these access points to the Atlantic Ocean that Igbo people had? One, Abo. Abo is Igbo land. In present day Ndopa, part of Delta State. Oko is in Igbo land. Asaba is in Igbo land. In fact, when the Royal Niger Company first came, remember, it was the Royal Niger Company that placed the administrative head in Asaba. Yes, Mongo Park has a house in Asaba. That is the first administrative head of the Royal Niger Company that would later become Nigeria of today, because it is a business enterprise. It was that Royal Niger Company that had the administrative head in Asaba that would later become what is now called Nigeria. If a mother vessel cannot come to Asaba or Onitsha, a daughter vessel can. So Igbo land can never be landlocked if Ikwere is not part of us. But they are Igbos. They are Igbo people. And so can never be outside Igbo land. So this is to clear the argument that Igbo land can ever be landlocked. What about Eket? What about Brass and Escravos? All these places are Igbo land. What about Bonny Island? Those places are Igbo land. The name is not Bonny, it's Ubani. It is Igbo land. There are so many of them, so many of these areas that have access to the water that goes to the Atlantic Ocean, but it is also Igbo land. So we are looking at the things that make the Igbo land great. One of them is access to the international community via water bodies. You can live from Oshibilio Mambala and find yourself in any part of the world. Remember, our brothers who today occupy places in the Caribbean, some are in Jamaica, ụfọdụ n'ime ha nọkwa na North Carolina, a na-afụchakwa ọtụtụ n'ime ha na Denver Creeks, where the slave ship docks and where the plantations were established. Ndị ebe ahụ bụkwa ndị Igbo. Most of them are Igbo people, and they left from Igbo land through our water bodies. So our land is not landlocked. We have access, good access to water bodies. Now, secondly, what makes a place is not the land or the geography or the topography. What makes a place is the people. What kind of people do they have? Who are the Igbo people? What makes a man Igbo? And what is the greatness attached to being an Igbo man? An Igbo man is what you can describe as next to God. In fact, we have a saying in my own community's dialect of the Igbo language like this. A man is a deity. His heart is his shrine. A man, an Igbo man, is like a deity of his own. He is very close to his chi. He also has his ikenga. So, an Igbo man is very creative. He makes the best of every situation he finds himself. He is enterprising. He doesn't bow before other gods as well, or men. That is the quality of an Igbo man. Igbo men don't steal. They don't spill blood. They understand mother nature. And they live by the principles of nature. An Igbo man adheres to omenana and ordinary. Even those who have switched to the Christian tradition and Christian culture and Christian religion still do not push aside their traditional religious practices. For instance, I have seen churches, even to this day, where the Reverend Father presents kola nut to the oldest man to break. This is Igbo culture at its peak. So the Igbo people, there are several cultural practices of the Igbo people that are found today in Christian religion. Some of them were made as just a doctrine by the church. Some of them, the church has abrogated them and removed them from their calendar. But Ndị Igbo retained it in their own Catholic churches. One of them is Ipapashawa, child presentation, and the culture of a woman staying indoors after giving birth to a child for a period before she starts attending church. This is because it is believed that she is still bringing out blood and is not fit to appear before God. This is how it is in the Bible. I'm not the person who wrote it. It is so in Igbo culture. Even when the church has outlawed it, it is still so in traditional Catholic churches in Igbo land. This is the belief of Ndi Igbo. So the Igbo people are deeply spiritual and traditional. They hold on to their cultural beliefs. Some people think we have lost it. We have not. We may have lost some parts, and that is why we are here to see that we revive them. Please, it's my first time of saying, but kindly share this video to your audience. Invite more people to join this discussion. Double tap on the video to also like it so that it can come up on the algorithm. This is our first time of making a video in this year 2026. As it stands, our videos have dropped in terms of viewership because we have been on holidays, but we have resumed today. We'll be making videos from today, and we are hoping on you to have those videos to reach the right audience. Please double tap on this video to share it to your audience. Double tap on the video to give it a thumbs up and also share to your audience. We are looking at the greatness of the Igbo people. What makes Ndi Igbo great among other people? And we said it is the people of Igbo land. We have a very strong cultural belief. We have a very strong tradition that does not quickly bow to acculturation. Some of our cultural beliefs have been marketed to the world and they have become there. Some of our gestures are now used to attribute to Nigerians that this is a Nigerian gesture. One of them, I saw a white man recently do his hand over his head like this and said, Tofiakwa. And I laughed. He said, this is what Nigerians do. I know some people who are from the Yoruba stock or the Hausa stock will say, this is not what Nigerians do. We don't do this. But interestingly, the Igbo people's lifestyle have started influencing global beliefs. I remember about 10 years ago, my friend who is a Benin person told me this. A white footballer, let me not say a white footballer, I have to be specific. When Rooney missed a chance to score a goal, and he did his hands like this. He placed his hand on his head, and this my Benin friend shouted, this guy has started behaving like an Igbo man. Is there an Igbo person in the team? And I just laughed. So, the characteristics of Ndi Igbo, what we see Igbo people do, Igbo, like this one, that's Makachi. We have marketed ourselves all over the world. Our cultural beliefs. The Igbo traditional marriage system is very infectious. Maybe because of the era of social media, and people now do their marriages as if it is a carnival or as though they are creating a content, but it is an actual marriage ceremony. We have been able to project ourselves globally. We are not trying to intimidate anybody by doing so. We are not also being overbearing. Some people tend to misunderstand Ndi Igbo. You will hear them say, we Igbos, we too do, we too they do. No, take them easy. Now another man land. Why will you have to feel intimidated in the lifestyle of another person? Why will the lifestyle of another person intimidate you? Should never be intimidated. It is the lifestyle and attitude of Ndi Igbo to celebrate very hard and work very hard. Is a balance that without which somebody will break down. When you learn to balance work with play, it makes things very easy for you. We as Igbo people understand the balance between work and play. When we play very hard. When we celebrate vigorously, intentionally, with family, elaborately. When we also work, we work very hard. That is our lifestyle. It is part of us. So we are looking at Ndi Igbo, the characteristics of Ndi Igbo. Why do they envy Ndi Igbo? They know who you are. You are a god on earth. A situation that may look hopeless to an ordinary person may be a heaven of opportunity for an Igbo person. We have seen Ndi Igbo turn things around all over the world. I recently returned from Lagos, where I and so many of my friends who are in the Igbo unification movement called Ndinasobia Socio-Cultural Organization, we paid a visit to one of our Igbo brothers who wouldn't even want to be mentioned for now. And I can tell you that after listening to him, you will know that Ndi Igbo will matter. This our brother owns what you can describe as a community in western part of Nigeria, in Lagos State. And beside him is another Igbo man that owns another community, a religious community anyway, that has also become a commercial hub in Lagos State. And I'm very, very pleased with this our brother because he did not end his own in Lagos State. The headquarters of his businesses and his religious center is in Igbo land. So the Igbo man, this place where our brother has built this up, I was told, was a canal, was a dump, was a swamp before he came. But he was able to think outside the box, rebuild that place, and has now taken ownership of it. So I am saying that the average Igbo person knows how to turn ugly situations around. I saw a beautiful comment here that I would like to read, so please excuse me to read it. It says, do you know why all Catholic and Anglican churches are built near a market or a crossroad? I know why. I will say my own reason. You will tell me yours. Let me see if it's the same thing. Marvin, please, I hope you have unlocked your video comment sections that were locked. I did not like that. I could not comment. Wow. I don't even know. Yes, that's true. You got that correctly. I didn't know that my comment sections were locked. I didn't even know that. I just saw that I'm not seeing comments on my videos. So I thought maybe because I have not been making videos and that's why comments were not coming. My comment sections are open. Please comment on our videos. Also go to our Facebook handle and follow us on Facebook. But most of our videos are here, not on Facebook. Unless very short videos are the ones you will see on Facebook. So the reason why most Catholic churches are near a marketplace, like you said, what I know from my own community according to history, is that mgbe ndị ụka bịalụ ka fanye wana ịlụ ụlọ ụka, ndị obodo m si bịa bụ Ubulukwu, anyị wenye ndị ụka bụ anyị nwa akpụ ajọ ọfịa, anyị niile wenye ndị ụka na obodo m si bịa bụ ajọ ọfịa ka ọ bụ onyinye ozu, either a cemetery or an evil forest. It is only by God's doing that those people now till today occupy those evil forests and cemeteries, and they have not died. Those were the places that were not considered useful to our ancestors then. They were given out in large expanse of land. If you see the land owned by churches, religious organizations in Asaba, for instance, you will be marveled. You will be marveled. You can effectively drive for 20 minutes inside some of this land and you have not gotten to your destination, even if you are on high speed. So this is my own reason. My brother, I would like to read your own. Okay, you said the answer is part of it. Please give me your own reason. Let me also see. Let me not drift, but I'll read your reason. So the Igbo land is very great. First of all, I want to apologize as well. My brother let me know here that my comment section was locked. It wasn't intentional. The last video that I did, the last live video that I did, I think that was on 28th or 29th. One of my brothers from Iseluku asked me to paste my account details here so that he can send me something to support what we are doing. And I did. Maybe YouTube now on their own, because of what I did, locked my comment section. So that was it. That was the last video that I did, live video that I did, and I noticed I wasn't seeing comments anymore. So I will not make that mistake again. Our phone number is on our bio. If you click on my bio, you will see my phone number. Anytime you wish to contact me, just send me a WhatsApp message. I will reply you immediately. Wow, you said they are situated at crossroads. Please, you can let us know the reason why. Thank you. So, Igbo is very great. There are so many reasons why we are envied. So many reasons. One, because I have talked about the people called Igbo. They are very ingenious. An Igbo man is an epitome of ingenuity. He knows how to turn situations around. Look at Lagos State, for instance. You wouldn't believe that some of the people who built Lagos State to what it is today is our brother Chief Ozumba Mbadiwe. Ozumba Mbadiwe is part of the people who built the master plan of the Lagos we are seeing today. It's good they also have a place named after him if they have not renamed it, because they want to change all the names that are named after Igbo people. In Benin, you have names that are Igbo. Ekenwa has not been changed till today. Almost in every part of the world, you will see a place where it was an Igbo man that thought out how can we transform this place. There's a very recent one, not so recent, but not so old as well, maybe around 2010. One of our brothers, Bennett Omalo, from Anambra State, was able to rewrite the rules, even the outfit of the NFL. NFL is the American Football League. He's a scientist who discovered that after playing in the NFL, players usually either run mad or they die of head injuries. And he was able to design a helmet that protects the head of these players. They even acted a movie in his honor. He's a graduate of, I think, University of Nigeria Soccer before he moved abroad. Professor Omalo from Anambra State. This is not usually talked about, but it is an invention of an Igbo man. We recently saw our sister Zubike Amanda, who became a major general in the US Army. I've seen people posting her with her Hausa name as well. There are so many of them, Igbo people. One thing is very similar is the fact that they are ingenious. They are ingenious. An Igbo man perceives himself almost like a god. And one thing you can associate with a god is creativity. The Igbo man is very creative. I am beginning to beg in the Igbo that in this year 2026, let us bring our creativity back home and rebuild Igbo land. The mere fact that our brother moved the headquarters of his religious organization to Igbo land has already sparked development in that part of Igbo land. I don't want to mention the state because we will immediately know who it is. But we have so many gods generals who are Igbo people, young, old. There are many of them. But some of them are taking the bull by the horn by thinking homewards. The dance must first fit you at home before you take that dance outside. Ensure that the dance fits you very thoroughly at home. Then you can dance very effectively outside. Please, Umu Igbo, let us look homewards in terms of bringing development. Simply citing the headquarters of your business in your place in Olu will immediately spark development in Olu. Land will become expensive in Olu. Road network will begin to spring up in Olu because people are calculating that when your business begins to thrive, their own will also begin to thrive. So please, Umu Igbo, Kaido Kwame na Ani Igbo. Nobody will come. No savior is coming from anywhere to come and repair our home for us. This is as individuals. But as a collective, this is 2026. I am not an outsider in politics. I am an insider. And I am saying this as a politician, that we should please harmonize our interests. We must all put our interests together. That interest is not personal. I know the interest in politics is usually personal, but let us have a collective interest, which is the advancement and development of Ani Igbo. We must push to acquire political power. And you know, power is not given, power is taken. We must seek to take political power. We need it. We cannot go so far without political power. So we need to work hard to ensure that we attain political power. It will help to fast track the development we are pursuing in Igbo land. We are still looking at the ingenuity of Ndi Igbo. We are still looking at what makes Ani Igbo great. Let me read the comment of my brother. He said, okay. Those Igbo forests that were given up for the church had deities in them too. but the churches near Igbo markets crossroads is related to the patron deity of bargains and craft. That is true. This is very correct. I cannot in any way doubt it. Those churches were built up to tap into that energy. Very correct. Those market spots were carefully chosen as areas where mankind and spirits commune. Also, before markets even sprang up, we had this notion that anywhere beds, the Asia, that is the river bed, that bed that usually leaves a social bed, that is the word. We believe that that place will eventually become a market. Even if it becomes a business area, it will be a very booming business. You are very correct, my brother Cheesy. I don't have any doubt here at all. God bless you, my brother. You are doing great. Thank you so much, Victor. Spirits attend markets. True. We believe that that is the spirits trade at night, the humans trade in the day. Political power in Nigeria. You forgot that your Vice President Shetima said what your Vice President Shetima said about APC dealing with the Igbos. APC. We are not going to get political power through APC. That is not possible at all. We are not going to get political power through APC. It's not in any way possible. The APC has a presidential candidate already who is the incumbent president and is definitely going to run again. What I am interested in is us getting political power. The vehicle we will use to get this political power, we will have to choose. But we have to harmonize our interests. It is very important for our own collective good. It is not good that anytime they say this thing belongs to the South, Yoruba people rush out and take it. They are not bigger than us. They are not richer than us. They are not more educated than us. They only have better unity than us in terms of political alignment. We do not have that unity. We are still having infighting. I'm still seeing Odius Okalo trying to fight Alex Oti in Abia State. I'm still seeing in Delta State Ned Nwoko fighting with Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, the former governor. I'm still seeing Ndi fighting each other. I'm still seeing Soludo trying his very best to rubbish Peter Obi. All these infightings have to stop. As an individual, I cannot stop this. This is purely the work of Ohaneze Igbo. These people have to be called to order. We have to harmonize our interests. We have to present a common front. But we must have to seek and attain political power. Economic power is good, but it is not enough. If we continue to hold economic power, one political decision, like they do in Lagos, they have gotten tired of demolishing shops of Igbo in Lagos. They have graduated to the stage of burning. That burning is now rampant. They are not only burning goods, they are burning shops that have human beings in them. So Igbo, please let us think homewards. Before we had excuses that the seaports are close to Lagos. If you're importing something, if you don't go through the port, you have to transport down to the east. Those excuses are not tenable anymore. You can send your goods through the Ibeto wharf that you have in Lagos, in Port Harcourt. Let your goods go through Port Harcourt and come back to Igbo land. Let us develop our home. Let people transport themselves from Lagos down to Igbo land to come and buy something. Nothing like political power in that zone. Let all man go. My brother, if all man can go, that is the best decision. Of course, that is the best decision. But so far, as it stands, we have to push for two things. Presently, we are in a place called Nigeria. And we are not being recognized as a part of it. We either become part of it, or everybody should go their way. That is the best thing that can ever happen. What you have said is the best solution. What I am offering is just an alternative solution. The permanent best solution is for everybody to go their way. I am not an advocate of everybody not going their way. And people will say I am not preaching secession. I am preaching secession. If we had seceded from Nigeria, we would have known how far we would have gone by now. Because all the setbacks we have had is because we are not. Look at the region they are talking about now. Look at the regions that I have been crying about in the past 1 year or thereabout. More than a year now. The Enuani state question. Today you are having them pushing an name state. They are pushing an Enuani state. Some are pushing Adada. What? We are talking about the boundary of Igbo land being in the heart of Benin, Ibanke, only our local government. That is where Igbo land ends, at least for now, or at least as the British Nigerian government recognized it. Igbo land terminates at only our local government in Ibanke, Edo State, Nigeria. In the early 19th century, the white man, the British colonial masters recognized this as the boundary of Igbo land. Take your phone today and browse. Ask your Google. The British Nigerian government recognizes the boundary of Igbo land to be in Benin. Otherwise, use your phone and ask your Google or ChatGPT, are there indigenous people in Edo State? You will see it there. So we are trying to get our Enuani state that will bring back these people who are Igbo people in Eka and make them part of the Southeast. In the middle of this, we are having people who are arguing that no, we have to create a new state. And Nim state is from a part of Imo State and then a little part of Anambra State. Just like David Umahi described it, you are digging a hole in a hole. You are digging a hole in a hole. We should have a new state, a sixth Igbo state that addresses the question of where does Igbo land begin and where does it end. So creating an Enuani state is not trying to add something new to Igbo territory, but it is just a way of recognizing that this is Igbo territory and we are going back to it. I am from Ubuluku in a Niger South local government area of Delta State. All right? There are no fewer than 8 Obolo communities across the eastern part of the Niger who are from Ubuluku, my hometown. No fewer than 8. There are no fewer than 10 Obolo communities in other parts of Delta State, in Ndokwa, in Okwani. How do I start telling those ones that they are not the same with me? Because they are in a different region. Although I know very well that state creation is beyond the thinking of are we the same stock? Are we not the same stock? A state must not be monolithic. I am in Delta State today. I do not understand the Isoko. I do not understand the Ijo. I do not understand the Urobo. I do not understand the Shekiri. I am Igbo. We are 5 different ethnic groups in Delta State. But I am in Delta without complaint. And then somebody wants to add me to people that I am the same with. You see a few people coming out to go to the road to say, we are not interested. What? Because of politics? Political identity will come and go. Political positions will come and go. If the person is not elected out, the person will get old and eventually die. Cultural identity remains forever. And with this type of awareness that we have, our cultural identity will not fade away. It will not fade away. It will remain here. In the next 100 years, my children will be saying, I have always heard my father talk about Igbo. No, why Igbo? The same thing will happen with my grandchildren. They will say their grandfather. They have seen videos of their grandfather. They have seen pictures of their grandfather, which is me, talking about Igbo identity. It will not change. But political identity will change. Very soon I will become a great-grandfather. My great-grandchildren will be saying, our great-grandfather, his name is Ngozi. He was operating one page they called Enuani Cultural Forum when he was alive. And he was promoting Igbo unity. And that my great-grandchild will be stronger because he knows he is standing on a stronger foundation. It's the same thing with me. When I started preaching the unity of Ndi Obolo, not even Ndi Igbo, because our Igbo identity was never in doubt until recently when they wanted to give us a state. And a few people who gave asylum started jumping up and down that they are not Igbo people, that they are from Benin. Meanwhile, we have assimilated your grandparents as one of us. You now suddenly remember you are not one of us. So, my Igbo identity was never in doubt. What I was just doing is trying to unite our Obolo communities. So we wrote a book. We did a book tour. We visited these kingdoms. We visited Ozo Obolo, Obolo Ifiuzo, Obolo Ihejofo, that is Obolo Oru, Okuvo, Obolo Ekwe. All the Obolo communities, Obolo Ikem, all these things are outside. They are in the other side of the River Niger in the southeast. And one of our visits, they brought out a document and showed us. The document was dated 1977. By 1977, my mother's first son was not even born. 1977. Obolo people who are in every community, whether in the southeast or whether in this side or whether everywhere, they have all been meeting together. And each of their meetings, each king will sign. And I saw the signature of the king of my community, who I never saw in life. So, what I am doing now is not what I started though. It's what people have been doing since. They were not doing it because of identity crisis. They saw a need to always meet as one people. So they just showed us that document to tell us that we are on track. Not like we are pioneers. I have not pioneered the unification of my people. They have always been united. It is recently that they started having identity crisis, especially post-Civil War. Because it is the Civil War that magnified. Imagine 3 years of asking some people trying to either accept or deny their identity. The magic that usually happens is that the minute these people leave Nigeria, boom, they become Igbo. The very minute these people step outside the shores of Nigeria, boom, their Igbo identity come out. Ask that person in London, who is from my hometown, who is from Abo, who is from Ibanke, who is from Obaland. Ask the person, are you a Nigerian? And he says yes. What is your name? Chukwuemeka or Nade or Okechukwu? And he is from Oba, Ikwere, Ibanke. All these places where there is identity crisis. Ask the person, are you Igbo or not? He would ask you, are you mad? How does my name sound? I'm Igbo already. He will be the first to join Igbo associations and even become president. Proudly. But when they return to Nigeria, he asks them, are you Igbo? They are scared to accept whether they are or whether they are not. So this identity crisis issue usually thrives in Nigeria. It doesn't thrive outside the shores of Nigeria at all. Once they leave Nigeria, they become fully Igbo. Please, if you're seeing this video, kindly double tap on it to give it a thumbs up. It is our first live stream for the year 2026, and I'm very excited to start this year with you. Otherwise, before now, we have not posted a video, and the algorithm has already started ruling us out. One of my brothers even said that my comment sections were locked and people couldn't comment on my videos. So the comment section is open. I didn't know it was locked. It's open now, so you can drop your comments. Thank you so much. So we are discussing the greatness of Ndi Igbo. Why people are envious of the Igbo man. One of them I just stated. If there is an Igbo man who is from Ebonyi State, and another Igbo man who is from River State, let me say Opobo, and another Igbo man who is from Ibanke, and they eventually meet themselves in Italy, you will see how they will bond as Igbo people and probably found an Igbo union there. You will now hear them say, this is Ohaneze Ndi Igbo branch in Vienna. This is Ohaneze Ndi Igbo branch in Sicily, Italy. This is the spirit of Ndi Igbo. Let one of them have a birthday, a child dedication, a chieftain's, a new yam, anything at all celebration. You will see how united they are. That is the spirit of an Igbo man. Togetherness. Togetherness. And that is what we are preaching to Ndi Igbo all over the world. And we are saying, please, as long as you're doing a legitimate business, come back home. Invest in your home. When I was younger, because of the mindset of the people, the generation who lived before us, we believed we will work, when we grow old, we will retire to the village. People don't have that mindset anymore. Because if people have that mindset, at 60, 70, your investment should be coming back home. So that when you come home, your mind can rest. Your mind, I've never heard it anywhere in the news. Maybe if you have, you can correct me. That a business area belonging to Ndi Igbo was demolished in Delta State. Even if it's the Warri part. Not to now talk of this Igbo part. There are 9 local governments in Delta State that are Igbo. 9. That is in Delta North. 9 local governments. One ethnic group has 9 local governments. The other 4 remaining ethnic groups will share the remaining 16 local governments because we have 25 local governments. 4 remaining ethnic groups, that is the Isoko, Ishekiri, Ijo, and Urobo, will share the remaining 16. While Ndi Igbo have 9. So when they say Delta is an Igbo state, don't even doubt the person. Because the capital is also in Igbo land. The capital is Asaba. Don't mind the rantings of whoever is claiming Igala. Asaba is, according to our brother, Professor Idibe, who is the founder of Ponoka Attorneys and Solicitors. Every Asaba man is considerably an Igbo man. What I'm saying, Hood Boy, my brother, is this. We have to understand where we are and live like where we are while pursuing what we want to become. While pursuing what we want to become, we cannot remain stagnated. Look at what has happened over the past 60 years plus now. From 1970, when the Civil War ended, 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020, that is 50 years, 56 years now after the Civil War, after the genocidal war against Ndi Igbo. What have we achieved in Nigeria? Because we politically decided to withdraw. We withdrew, allowed others to take the lead. Do you know how much the Nigerian government respects and fears Ndi Igbo? Before we started this shamelessness of withdrawing ourselves, we can take over this place until we decide to go our separate ways. While we are here, we will not continue to be their servants or their suya, as you said. We cannot. We will take over this place until we decide to go our separate ways. While we are here, we will not continue to be their slaves by withdrawing. Who is blessing me like this now? Hey! One nekezi, Chineke gozikwe. Thank you so much. It's a wonderful New Year gift. Thank you so much. I'm going to pin this so that every of my friends can see it. I'm going to pin it. How can I do so? I'm trying to pin this. Okay. It has just shown me a notification that one of my viewers gave me a super thanks of $10, and I'm very, very grateful. Please, this is also inviting you to give me super thanks if you can. Please. The aim is to support what we are doing. So while we are in this present place called Nigeria, we will not continue to remain their slaves. We have to sit up. We have to be involved. If you are not involved, you can't get it. Look at small River State. How small it is. It is not disregarded. Though. It is not disregarded. So we have to team up as Igbo people, not just as River State. I don't know what River State has that Imo doesn't have, Anambra doesn't have, Enugu doesn't have. I don't know that thing they have. That can make us as a people to just decide to let's remove mouth or let's leave them. We cannot leave them. We have to get involved. We have to get involved. Our people say that Noye Jizu, Erizu. Oye Jizu, Erizu. We have to be involved so that they don't count us out. That's the best way we can make a change. We can get all the economic power we want. We have been doing it at home now for the past 3 or 4 years. It has not stopped them from doing what they want to do. We can decide to do economic protests in Lagos by shutting down our businesses. It will affect us. It will affect them. But when we lay hands on political power, you see that division you are trying to say that we have to go our separate ways. It just takes an Igbo man being a president. He doesn't have to do much. He just tells them, bring me the 2014 confab report, and they will bring it to him. He will implement it, and we are gone. The 2014 confab report says, return these places to regions. Let the regions develop at their own pace, the way it was before our own brother as well. Omonakwe, Thompson Agui Ronsi, centralized, promulgated a unity government. The Decree 34 is what brought the government together. Go on, continued it. Decentralize this leadership first. Let's check something. Let's see if the money generated from the crude oil and gas in Igbo land will now be sent to Abuja to go and develop Jigawa State, to go and develop Katsina State that has 34 local governments or 35, to go and develop Kano State that has almost 40-something local governments, while Bayelsa has just 11 local governments, Delta 25. We have to seek for political power. With political power, if Jonathan had the will, he paid money for a confab. People sat together for probably a month, submitted the report to you, recommend it, you said no. Implement the recommendation, you said no. You're waiting for your second tenure to do so. Second tenure didn't come now. As a sitting president, you went to a polling unit to vote after paying for card reader. The card reader failed to authenticate you to vote as a president. You still went ahead to do manual accreditation. You voted and lost. That's when we enter the hands of APC today. Look at where we are. We cannot continue to avoid political power. And mind you, Jonathan was regarded as an Igbo man all through his tenure. Even if he likes, let him be deceiving himself that he's from Bayelsa State and that he's an Ijo man. He's from Otueke. He was regarded as an Igbo man. What were his names? Good luck, Ebele, Azikiwe, Jonathan. Is it a mistake that he's bearing 2 Igbo names? So, what I'm saying is this. Let us please join hands together. This is 2026. The election, you usually hear them say 2027 general election, 2027 general election, 2027. It is 2026. The people you will vote for in 2027 are usually picked in 2026. All the parties will soon start doing their congress. After congress, you will hear primaries. After primaries, next thing is general election. Before general election, the most important thing is primary election. It is usually done internally by political parties. That is what I'm telling Igbo. Go to these political parties, get registered, stop sitting in your shops and complaining. Massively invade these political parties and outnumber them. Everywhere you are, be you in Lagos, Kano, Katsina, Igbo land, everywhere you are, stop folding your hands. Go and join these political parties, dominate them. One single man who is an Ijo man can hit his chest like this and bring 10 billion naira to support a government. One recently did so. If you are somebody who likes reading the news, you will have already seen this news, so you know who I'm talking about. One man from Ijo brought out 10 billion naira to sponsor security situations in Delta State. Remember, when I say Ijo, you know, Ijo crosses in Edo, in Delta, Bayelsa, Cross Rivers, and even River State. Igbo should come home, put heads together, put hands in your pockets, and sponsor people to go for election. Be ready to chest out financially to support Igbo cause, to support Igbo movement. We have money, like people always say, and it is not a joke. We have money as Igbo. We must be willing to commit that money to the cause that we want to pursue. If you hear that only Igbo now get election and you know this person is credible, put all you can behind that person. I know you will have excuses that the electoral process is usually flawed. We are doing something to make sure. And mind you, any process that is dominated by people, it is very difficult to rig that process or manipulate it because of the fear of the people. I'm using this medium to encourage us as Igbo people to please don't turn your back on Nigeria fully. As long as we are still alive, as long as we have not gotten our own independent country, we are still in Nigeria, we must do our best not to remain servants in that Nigeria. Whatever we can, let's do it to ensure that we attain political power. It is with political power that we will decentralize the ports, just like Tinubu has attempted to do and is doing very well. Decentralize the ports, decentralize Nigerian police, decentralize everything. When they are employing people into NNPC, nobody knows in Igbo land. When they are employing people into Central Bank, nobody is told in Igbo land. It is only when they want to recruit people in the army and police that they want to send to Sambisa Forest. You will not hear them saying, Igbo, let us join. A slot has been given to Abia State. We have 100 slots. Please let us come out and join. When did you announce the slot given to Igbo when they were recruiting people into NNPC? Or federal character doesn't work in that particular sector? Please, Igbo, let us not completely turn our back on what will make us great. With political power, we can correct a lot of things. Jesus says, right now, the only people I wish evil misfortune in my whole life are Ojikalo and Chimakalo. I bet people need to wake up today and remove them forever from politics. I mean, it's just so crazy that this governor is in Abia State doing very well, and these people are beginning to attack him simply because he's not in their political party. Somebody who is a bit older will know that the young Ojus Okalo was continually against the Obasanjo-led government. He wasn't a coward at all. He was standing up against them. He wasn't a pushover. And then as he grows older, our brother Carlo begins to soft pedal. I don't know what happened to him, but whatever happened to him, I pray he comes back from it very quickly. He snaps back. Let us all unite as Ndi Igbo. Let us put our hands together. Let our political giants come together for the benefit and interest of Ndi Igbo, not for the benefit of a Yoruba man. Yoruba man don't want your good. There's no way, there's nothing good an Igbo man will do. A Yoruba man will now say, this Igbo man is so great, let us sacrifice and make him enjoy or live well in our place. It's not possible. Most of our people in Lagos State have realized that. You need to see the large acres, communities owned by Ndi Igbo in Lagos. You will know that if these people pull out, not fully, let them pull out a little. Bring your development back home. I saw shows in Lagos, in Igbo land throughout the Christmas period. I was impressed. I saw shows hosted by Flavor, shows hosted by Zoro, Annie Dons, so many of them, Kola Boy and the rest. Jerick. I was very, very happy. We have to think homewards. Homewards. A na-esi unu adịlị mma jeme n'ama ụlọ ka egwu si efulu mmadụ esi ilo. Let us grow Igbo land. Let us promote Igbo land. Anything good that will make the Igbo people grow, prosper, excel, let us promote it. And support Igbo people. If only Igbo na-eme na-aga ọfụma, support it. I've told you about it. I know I'm not taking this away from our Igbo people. Though. They can support you. But I'm saying we can do more. Alright? Let still Igbo people come together. Put monies together. Push an Igbo candidate and chest out that you're pushing this Igbo candidate. Don't do it hiding your face. When Tony Elumelu was sponsoring Tinubu, supporting him with his resources, he was not hiding it. Though. When the election result was declared and he started dancing, he posted the video by himself. Let us use that same energy, Tony Elumelu and all other Igbo people to turn backwards, face your home, build your home, build your home. Let us return homewards and build Igbo land. Let us promote that unity in Igbo land. Let us reach out for political power. We have tried other means, so we have even gone to war. But war could not get us self-determination. We can try political power. We can try voting in a president who can decentralize this government. The power of the Nigerian president is too much. The responsibilities are too much. The freedom is too much. Somebody cannot wake up in Jigawa State and load a full trailer load and transport people to Imo State without skill, without education, without money, without accommodation. These people end up in our forests and commit all kinds of atrocities in the name of one Nigeria. We have to sit up. Please let me get a bottle of water to drink. Thank you so much, Peter Okonkwo. Say thank you for the great work you are doing in rallying Ndi Igbo from all regions to self-awareness. More grace to your elbow. Thank you. God bless you. Chimichong says, give me $1 million. I will pray for Africa. Thank you. Well, please let me get a bottle of water to freshen my throat. I'll be back. Please give me a little time. I need to put water in my throat. My throat is quite dry. We are talking about what makes Ndi Igbo great and why we must continue to protect and project the Igbo people positively. We are great people. Igbos are great. Thank you for your patience. I just needed to drink water. I was already having a dry throat. So please. So what makes Ndi Igbo great is the people. Is the people. The greatness of Ndi Igbo for me is the people of Igbo land. The people called Ndi Igbo are the totality of the greatness of Ndi Igbo. Whether old or young. If you are looking at the older generation, you will find greatness. If you look at the younger generation, you will still find greatness. Let us continue to promote the Igbo greatness. And in this year, 2026, a build up to the election year, let us come together as a people to rally around an Igbo son for the presidency. Hear me again. Let us rally around an Igbo son for the presidency. An Igbo son or daughter, because we cannot continue to say son. What if our sister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala throws her heart into the ring? What if she declares to contest for the presidency? Whatever happens, we have to support Onye Igbo. We have to support Nwafu Igbo. We have to challenge the process. With political power, so much can be achieved. So much can be achieved. We cannot continue to crawl around offices. We cannot continue to be neglected and disregarded. A Yoruba man is the president, an Hausa man is his vice. An Akwa Ibom man who is an Efik or a Ibibio, I don't know which one he is the Senate president. Then another region is holding the House of Reps speaker. What we have as the highest position going to us is the deputy speaker of the House of Reps, Benjamin Kalu, who is also coming back home, not to unite, but to cause rancor in his state because of political party. Politics will come and go. Political parties will still come and go. Some of the parties that were reigning yesterday, people were claiming they were the founding members of PDP. Today, that PDP is nowhere. It has almost crumbled. Political parties and positions will come and go. But what we are able to achieve as Ndi Igbo together in unity will remain. So regardless of your political affiliation, whether you are APC, PDP, ADC, Labour Party, whichever name it bears, let us come together under the umbrella of trying to harmonize our interests. We have been neglected enough. If it doesn't make sense to you, let me explain it well. Dr. Alex Ekwueme, 1982, was the last time an Igbo son occupied a position in Nigeria that was a little up there as a vice president. Since then, no person from Igbo land. 1982 should be 44 years now. 44 years ago. Since then, nobody from Igbo land has been president or vice president. Yoruba people and Hausa people have been rotating it within themselves. That is why you will hear an average Igbo man will say, I don't want to be a part of Nigeria. I want to go my way. Let them go their way. Let us go our way. Until we go our ways, our separate ways, as long as we are still together, we cannot remain their slaves. We cannot remain their slaves. Look at the regions that I was talking about before I deviated. Some regions have 7. Some have 6. Igbo land has 5. And they are saying, give us another one. Some are advocating, let them create it from the existing 5. Who do us now? Who do us this thing? There are 9 local governments in Delta State that are Igbo. 1 in Edo State. 9 in Delta, which is 10 local governments. If you join these things together, the landmass of Anioma people, the landmass of Anioma joined with Ibanke is bigger than 2 states in the southeast already existing. Yet you want to divide the one in the southeast already existing. You want to bring from Imo, bring from Abia, join it together, call it an name. And then they say the excuse is that it is we that shot ourselves in the foot. Okowa is fighting it. Okowa is fighting it, that's why. I've never heard Okowa make any public speech. So allegedly Okowa is fighting it, that's what they said. Because all his political allies have signed signatures to say they don't want any Anioma, they want Anioma State, but they don't want to be part of Southeast. How foolish can such people be? The National Assembly Committee on State Creation have already let you know that if a state will be created, it is for the Southeast. So if you don't want business with the South, you should not even mention the word Anioma in the first place. But as long as you want Anioma, to the Southeast it goes. Expressly, not negotiation. If there's going to be an Anioma state, it is for the Southeast. It is not to be negotiated. There's no abeg in it. That is the rule. The aim of creating a state is to ensure that there's a balance. They are not creating a state because the agitation for Anioma state has been there. It's older than mankind. No. They are creating a state because they want to balance the discrepancy that already exists in the Southeast, where the Southeast has just 5 states and all other regions have 6 and 7. So please, Igbo, Kaisi Abayana Show 2026, let us come back home. This work is for Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. In fairness, we have tried to reach out with the Ndenasobia Socio-Cultural Organization and we the Enuani Cultural Forum to reach out to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo Delta State Chapter so that we can discuss and synergize so that all our efforts will not be individualistic. Let us come as a group to demand that Ndi Igbo come together, no matter where you find yourself, for one thing, one purpose, to put in a request for the presidency. We want to be the president of Nigeria. Whether it's an Igbo son or Igbo daughter, P2B is viable. Because Okonjo-Iweala is viable. Anybody from Igbo land who is capable should come out. Ndi Igbo contribute resources to support that person. He's going to run against an incumbent president, but an incumbent president can be dethroned. I don't want to hear those arguments that it's difficult to remove an incumbent president. Jonathan was an incumbent president. He was dusted out of office. He came out to make a statement that his ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. Have Nigerians not been dying before? Are they not still dying now? A candidate that you paid money for, you could not be accredited to vote as a president. A sitting president was not accredited to vote. And you allowed the election to continue. Then you fail and you come out to tell me that your ambition, your political ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. You are a failure. And you put us where we are today. But we can still come back. We can still come back, Igbo. Bikonu. We can still come back and repair this. Let us stop having divergent interests. Let us harmonize our interests as a people politically. If we get it right politically, trust me, economically, everything will fall in line. A seaport may just be sitting in Onitsha, another seaport sitting in Port Harcourt, another one in Calabar, another one in Bonny, another one in Escravos, Warri, then the one in Lagos is there. Let it be everywhere. Let the development spread. Let Lagosians stop thinking that for an Igbo man to do business, he must have to import his goods through Apapa Wharf. Bikonu, let us come together to grow Igbo land. Kindly double tap on this video to give it a thumbs up. Okay? It is our first live stream for the year 2026. The aim is to see that our videos begin to come up on the algorithm because it's already going down. Thank you so much for your contributions. Please double tap on this video to give it thumbs up. Kindly double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap on the video to give it a thumbs up so that it can come up on the algorithm. We have just 14 thumbs up. The video is over 1 hour long. I'm sure when I check the views, it must be up to 1,500. But the views are not up there. The number of thumbs up is not up there. It's not even matching with the number of people actively watching it now. So please double tap on the video to give it thumbs up. We are discussing the greatness of Ndi Igbo. Is it crude oil Ndi Igbo have? Is it natural gas? An Igbo state has the largest number or amount of gas deposits in the world or in Africa. It's an Igbo state. We are rich, not in natural resources, but in human capital. The DG of World Trade Organization is an Igbo woman who spent her Christmas in Igbo land. We have people. The owner of Tony Elumelu Foundation, Heirs Holding, and United Bank of Africa is an Igbo man, Tony Elumelu. Just yesterday, I listened to Jim Ovia, another Igbo man, talking about how he founded Zenith Bank with 20 million naira, I think in 1990 or 91. He's an Igbo man. Nduko Baibena, the owner of Arise TV, is an Igbo man. Igbo, let us come together to project ourselves. Igbo, let us come together to push ourselves forward. We have the media. Some are saying we should invest in the media. We have the media. The media just has to realize that we have to shape or reshape the narrative. The narrative is against us. We are money loving. We are domineering. We like political power. Do we not have that political power? Do we have it? Igbo, those Igbo that like to dominate everybody, where are they today in terms of politics in Nigeria? We are not the president. We are not vice. We are not senate. We are not house of reps. What is then our position in Nigeria? That should make an Igbo man to be running after the president like a lost puppy. We have to come back home. Ohanes Igbo has to sit up as well. It is not about making banter in River State. Call the Igbo leaders together, have a meeting, and let them know that this is the way forward that we have to pursue. And then we start pursuing it. If we don't get it right now, I fear for if there will even ever be a place called Igbo land in future. These people don't want you to progress. They are telling you are the one who is money conscious. You like political power. You like to dominate everybody. Are we now dominating anybody in Nigeria? We are not dominating anything. We have to sit up, please. This is just what I'm pleading. It's my first video for the year, and I'm using this opportunity to beg us that this year is very strategic for the next 5 years. This particular year is very strategic. If we get it right in 2026, by 2027 general election, we will have an Igbo person to vote. In 2023, they saw the power of an Igbo man on the ballot with a relatively unknown political party. And he was able to make a difference. People rode on his backs to the National Assembly. Many of them have deviated now, or deflected, or defected, as they usually say, to other political parties. But yes, the country took notice that when Ndi Igbo decide to do something, and a Meziyama, they do it very well. When an Igbo person decides to back you, your leg will not touch ground. Let us wake up as Ndi Igbo again. This is 2026, ahead of 2027. If you are not somebody that likes politics, you will have to pardon me this year. Once in a while, you will see political posts on this platform. Because I have realized it long ago. We need political power to achieve whatsoever we have been crying for the past 56 years. When Peter Obi says, give me the presidency, even if it's 1 tenor, you hear people making all kinds of noise. We don't even need 1 tenor. Give us for 1 year. Let us have a president who will implement the confirmed report of 2014 that Jonathan abandoned. What are those reports? The most important one for me is this. Let us return to regional government. Let the regions govern themselves. Decentralize everything. Let the resources generated in Abia State be for the development of Abia State. Oh. Let us not generate money from the tax we collect on alcohol in Lagos State. Use it to develop Kano State that where alcohol is banned. Let us decentralize the government. That is why Ndi Igbo will need political power. There are things there are laws, there are decisions, there are presidential decrees that has to be made in favor of Ndi Igbo. One of them is this imbalance. It is very obvious and glaring. It is insulting that for the past 50-something years now, because immediately this man entered as president, what is his name? Yakubu Gowon. He created 12 states. He made it that Nigeria now has 12 states. With time, they started creating more states. As of 1995, we now have as many as 36 states, plus the FCT. 37. They are all in regions. North Central has 7, Northwest has 7. Because if you are not counting Abuja as a state, I wonder what you are thinking. Some states in Nigeria do not receive the kind of allocation that goes to FCT. Where Nyesom Wike is like the governor now. Some people say he's just a minister. He is not just a minister if he understands his position. I don't want to go into details, but I know his position firsthand because I have been in a position that is close to what he is occupying. He's in charge of the FCT. Everything in the FCT is under him. Is it health? Is under him. Is it sports? Is under him. Is it tourism? Is under him. Everything is under him. Everything called development is under him. It's a state of its own. So the FCT is a state. All these regions have 6s, 7-7, 6s, 7-7. The Southeast has 5. And they say, no, this is obviously an injustice. Let us correct it. They have been trying to correct it. Buhari was the first that tried to correct it. I'm going to correct it. I'm going to make sure I create a new state. Buhari gave instruction to Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. Now I'm quoting a member of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. A top member of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, who was in a meeting with late President Muhammadu Buhari, who hates Ndi Igbo. According to we the Igbo people, he hates us very well. In that hatred, he had it in mind to balance this obvious injustice. And he met with Ohaneze Ndigbo and told them this. Go and meet with the governors from the southeast. Decide for me. Give me a name. Let us draft out the region. We need to create a new state for the Igbo people. And they went back home and met. After their meeting, they recommended that they should create, I think it was Nnayawodo. Yes, he was the Ohaneze president. That they should create a Aba state. They started fighting among themselves. How can it be Aba state? Why not Olu state? No, why Olu? Why not Orashi? No, why Orashi? Why not? They started fighting among themselves shamelessly. Nobody even mentioned Anioma state. And I have no problem with that, okay? But I'm just letting you know that these people continue to fight. Buhari had two proposals, one for them, one for the Yoruba nation. What he told the Yoruba nation is this. I believe Moshood Abiola won the election in 1990, I think now was 1992. I mean 1993. MKO Abiola won the election of 1990, June 12th election of 1992. And he says, I will declare Abiola the president posthumously and give him all the entitlements due him as a president. It will go to his children. I will give you people an extra state to make the southeast 6 states. Go and just come together and decree that this is the state you have agreed upon. Till today, Ohaneze Ndigbo did not come up with that name. Did Buhari give recognition to Abiola? Yes, he gave recognition to Abiola because the Yoruba people were able to come together. Did he eventually give the 6th state to the southeast? No, because Ndigbo were busy fighting, and they are still fighting today. When Buhari Tinubu has entered and said, I want to give you an extra state again, they are still fighting. They have now remembered, oh, there's a place called Adada. Hey, it will be very good. It's in Enugu state. Oh, no, don't even tell me about Adada. No, not Adada. There's another place called Anim. We will take small from Imo. We will take small from Anambra and call it Anim. It will sell. I said, no, don't tell me that. We have another one in mind. Etiti state will be very good. They are still fighting. Very soon, Tinubu will find a way and wriggle himself into a second tenure and say, go to hell. Why do politicians do things for people? They do for you so that you do for them. Perhaps Tinubu wants to create a 6th state in the southeast to pacify Ndigbo so that they can consider him worthy for vote in the 2027 general election. And we are here fighting. This one say I don't want an Anioma state. This one say I want an Anioma state. What stops us from coming together to say what we want is Anim? Give us that Anim. Or what we want is Orashi? Give us Orashi. Or what we want is Adada? Give us Adada. Or what we want is Anioma? Give us Anioma. We have to sit down first to ask ourselves, which of these 3 or 4 states that are proposed is more economically viable? Which of these promotes the Igbo unity? Which of these states will really recognize the Igbo territory? All other ones that are proposed are in Igbo land. Anioma state is considered not to be in Igbo territory. They are calling themselves South-South people. I don't know what that means. But they are calling themselves people of South-South. That they are not part of Southeast, therefore they are not Igbos. Give them their state. Give them Anioma state. We will be here fighting, arguing. Igbo man doesn't want Anambra man to go. Anambra man say no. And the Delta, no. You have identity crisis. I have identity crisis, and you are the one to tell me I have identity crisis. I know. So why remind me? Yeah, your people are fighting. Yes, they are fighting it because they know what they are gaining in Delta. They know what they are benefiting in Delta. There are people who are going to live their entire life in Lagos. They will never suffer simply because they are supporting Delta. They don't want Anioma. Amaju Pinnick made a joke the other day, and I said I will relate that joke to you people so that you understand what we are saying. He said in Delta there is something called slot. Yes, there is something called slot. Oh. You don't know. Somebody can have a slot for chairmanship. Every chairman that comes from his local government, he's the one that will produce it. It is called slot. You think that man will be fighting to leave Delta when he has a slot? He has a slot. He will rather die than watch you take away what puts food on his table. So what you are doing is fighting against a system that is already paying people very well. They can even kill us. But we are ready to pay the ultimate price. We are fighting against people who are well motivated to fight against us. People who are well paid to fight against us. Those are the people we are up against. The people you are seeing fighting against the creation of Enuani state, they know what they are benefiting in Delta. They have a strong argument too. Asaba is the capital of Delta state. There's nothing you will do in Delta without recognizing Asaba. They'll say we are the head. So why do you want to break away when we are leading them? They always come to us. We just finished as governor 2 tenors. Before you know, another governor will come from our midst. They don't know that we can break away from here, become part of the Southeast. When it's time for Igbo presidency, an Igbo man from Delta can even run for presidency. They don't know that part. They don't know that when we are in Enuani state, we can have 3 senators. The one fighting Ned Nwoko can go for Senate because himself and Ned Nwoko are not from the same senatorial district. He's from a different senatorial district. He can go for his people. Ned can go for his people. Somebody else can go for Ndokwa people. And we have 3. And we have 10 House of Reps members. All these things are going to the National Assembly. 13 National Assembly members added to the existing ones in Igbo land. We have a lot to gain. We have a lot. Absolutely what you said is true, Chizi. Let me put it clearly so that people will get it. He said Igbo land needs approximately 3 states. Let me explain the 3 states before we can regain our territory. You are creating an Enuani state from Delta. Reclaim our territory that is in Edo state and Delta. Add it back to Igbo land. You are creating Ada state. Reclaim our territory that is in Benue state and Kogi state. Bring them back to Igbo land from your Ada state. You are creating a state, a rivers, that will bring back my Opobo people, Eche people, all the Ikwere people, that's the Uroha people, all the Oba Eboma people. You are bringing them back to Igbo land. That is how we can effectively even say that we have reclaimed the Igbo territory. The first attempt is what we are making so. And if somebody is sabotaging it, Igbo, you have to wake up. Thank you so much, my brother. That is to show you that this knowledge that you have, I have it. Other people have it. You have to just let them know so that they will understand. Who is this one again using an Igbo name to comment on Amumu? Well, what we are saying is very simple. Ndi Igbo, Teta Nonola, you have to come together. Stop the infighting. Stop the infighting. Ị ga-ebugodo ụzọ gbuo enyi tupu ị ga-eji kee anụ ewu. Ọ bụ na ebe anyị jekọ nta wee ga-anọ na anụ ọgwụ. Adụ anụ ọgwụ bụ unu jekọ nta. Ị ga-ejegede ntaba gbuo enyi. Ibunu aja ozu enyi n'ụlọ. Unu anụ m ọgwụ ka unu ga-esi kee. That time ozu enyi dọrị n'anị. Not when you have not killed the enyi. Asị na ugoje mba alọtabeghị. Ọ kiri ewere ekwe na-akwụ n'ama. We must come together to fight for a common cause, achieve it, and then we move on. Chukwubuike, can you explain your comment? Let me know what you're trying to talk about. So please, let us unite. Let us unite. Igbo territory is very vast. The colonialists described Igbo land and Igbo people as the largest and most populated ethnic group in southern Nigeria. Did you hear that? The largest ethnic group in southern Nigeria is Igbo people. As at the time, they numbered over 4 million. Despite the killings during the Civil War, we still have our number. Despite having Christianity and then the idea of just one man, one wife, 3 children, we still have our number. So ndị Igbo biko no tetanu n'ụla. My brother Joan, okay, Joan is my sister, I guess, says, hi ndị nke m, ekele m unu, ihe unu na-eme dị mma, daalụ nwanne m, Chineke gọzie gị. Chineke gọzie gị. Another comment says, International British Council Igbo. Ọ dị mmanụ, it's not International British Council Igbo. Ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ asịkwa na ọ bụ I go before others Igbo. And I imagine how foolish such people can be. In my hometown of Ubuluku, there are ancient kingdoms that are at least 2,000 years old, older than the British. Their name has Igbo in it. Wabo Igbo, an ancient settlement in Ubuluku Kingdom. We have Akuku Igbo, an ancient Igbo settlement in Delta State. We have Ibuku, where the Ibuku arts were discovered. And the Ibuku arts are the oldest artifacts in sub-Saharan Africa. 400 years older than Benin arts. 300 years older than Ife arts. So if you say Igbo is International British Organization, IGBO, thank you. If you say it is I go before others, thank you. Whichever one you say, Igbo land is not just old. It is ancient. It is rich in culture. It is rich in tradition. It is older than any other ethnic group you can think of in Nigeria. So we are not swayed by the little rants of an ignoramus. Okay, so this person is Abo Chukwubuike Shine. Chukwubuike Shine. This is an intellectual platform. It's not a motor park. If you have an intellectual contribution full of wisdom, something you wish to correct or teach, bring it here. I'll read it. I'm here to teach and learn. I'm not here to read comments that sound uncouth. I am an educated person. I'm not an illiterate. I read comments of people who are educated. And education doesn't have to only be in classrooms. There are some people who are self-educated. When they come to the public and speak, you will know. When I see a rant, I jump over it. I don't read it is not a rant headquarters. Okay, so Cheesy says, now Yoruba and many people always having sleepless nights over Igbo affairs. It's just a shame. I recently posted a birthday video for my wife, and Yoruba people were sending me messages on my inbox that they will soon come and collect my wife with their money, that we don't have money. I was just laughing. I will read the comments and smile and swipe by. It is inferiority complex. When you see other people expressing their greatness and you feel threatened, it is a sign, the hallmark of inferiority complex. Anytime they see Igbo come together, they are upset, they are angry, they are agitated, they are fidgeting, they are shaking. But we will not stop because you are upset. We will even put more fire. And then my brother says, the first census that was done in pre-colonial Nigeria was the most populous region. Igbo was the most populous region. That's true. Very, very true. This person says, Eugene says, jisi ike maazị Onwode ọlụ ị na-alụ amaka Chukwu abịa ma gọzie gị Chukwu abịa ma gbaa gị ume daalụ nwanne m ise. Then this person says billionaire says don't talk Biafra to this. We are talking what is older than Biafra. We are talking about NIGERIAN. Yes, that is that person that is bringing Biafra talk. I told Simon Ekpa. We are talking about our identity as a people, not Biafra. We have been here before the word Biafra ever came. And it didn't come in 1967, to be honest. It came before then. But before the word Biafra was ever mentioned, we have been a people. An organized people. Even if we lived independently, we had shared culture, shared tradition. The fact that all Igbo communities use Ofo as a symbol of authority and leadership, most Igbo communities, because I've seen some who do not use Ofo, is a testament to the fact that we are one. Our market days, our marriage customs, most of our cultural practices are one and the same. It only points to one thing, that ni Igbo bofu. Igbo bofu. And we are saying that this year 2026, kumu Igbo ka anyị tinye aka anyị kọọ ma mmiri n'otu ebe ka ọ gbọọla anyị ụfụfụ. Ọkụkọ shie nnekwu ụfụ atụgbu ewe. Ọkụkọ shie nnekwu ụfụ atụgbu ewe. We must have to come together to promote Igbo unity. Hence, it will spur our Igbo brothers and sisters to return home. I will have to express at this point condolences to our sister, Odelowa, Professor Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who lost her son, Nnamdi Nkanu, recently. And it is sad to also read from her that the boy died in Lagos State. I thought it was abroad until I saw her post yesterday on Facebook. It is sad, very unfortunate. My only pick there is that she spent her Christmas holiday in Nigeria again. The same thing with our sister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who spent her own Christmas in Abia State, her husband's place. Please, Bikono, Umu Igbo, let us think homewards. Odelowa, please accept my condolences. I have also written same on other social media platforms. She is somebody all the Igbo people are proud of. And it is unfortunate that that happened to her son. She attributed his death to negligence by the hospital management. And she says she may never survive the death of her son. We do not prescribe to people how to grieve, but we pray that our ancestors, Chukwu Okike Abiama, strengthen you, Nyegi to come out of your grief, because we know it is very painful to watch your own seed die. That is for Odelowa, our sister, Professor Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Somebody asked me why I call her a professor. Yes, she is now a professor. And I'm very proud that that professorship started in Igbo land. Igbo, you need to see my skin now to see that I just had goosebumps. When somebody makes a decision that is legendary, when somebody makes a decision that is worthy of recommendation, when somebody makes a decision that is worthy of applause, I never fail to do so. University of Nigeria, Nsukka, honored our sister Odelowa with the position of a visiting professor anytime she visits. So if she's going to later in life as well be globally recognized in other universities, her professorship started from her home in Igbo land, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, the only university of Nigeria in the whole of Nigeria. I know if it is now, if there's going to be a University of Nigeria, they wouldn't have cited it in Igbo land. But they don't know the history of why that university is in Igbo land and why it is in Nsukka. There's a history behind Nsukka, the same history behind Uturu, where there is also a university. But that is not our topic for today. Eugene, thank you so much. He said the unification of Igbo is a done thing. Let those agitated by our unity continue to bang their heads on the wall forward ever on uniting our people. He said, thank you. Chizu says, that's so sad. Nigeria is saddening. Nigeria also happened to one of our brothers, Anthony Joshua, recently. Said her son made it, the third one in her close family members. She's lost in a small space of 5 years. Hey, her son made it, the third one in her close family. So sad. Truly, because she lost her father and mother lately. Okay, my brother says, put words to work. Stop making noise. That is boy, hey, you have made a point. Now I can respond to you. We are not making noise. I am not even a social media type of person. But I have realized that in this generation we are, if you like, write thousands of books. This video I'm making is a sacrifice, but it matters a lot. On ground, we have done so much. This is the third year we have held a conference. You need to go backwards and search Igbo Unification Conference Asaba and see what we did in Asaba lately. We also did the same 2 years ago. We hosted Igbo Unity Conference that even the governor of the state attended. He is not an Igbo man. Although he sent a representative, he is not an Igbo man. Our governor, Sheriff Oborowori of Delta State, is not Igbo. He is from Ope. His community is Osubi. He attended. We are not making noise online, my brother. We are doing work on ground. We go from community to community to preach Igbo unity. One day you open your eyes and see that Anyoma state has been created. It is something my own fathers fought very hard for. They could not achieve it. Even if we don't end up achieving it, we have awakened Igbo consciousness that can never be erased. Go online and type the word Anyoma and read. Watch videos to your satisfaction. So we are not just making noise online. We are more offline. Maybe you just joined the video. I said I just returned from Lagos yesterday. I spent 3 days there. What took me to Lagos was Igbo unity as well. Because we cannot do it alone. We are reaching out to people who can help us reach out to people we cannot reach out to. So we are not just online, okay? We are doing the best we can. No. Ope is in is a local government in Urobo land. Even if some of them will say they are not Urobo because they also have their own crises of identity. Ope is in Delta. I'm from Delta State. Ope is in Delta State. Osubi is the community very close to Warri where the airport is located. That's where the governor is from. So our governor is from Ope local government. Osubi is his hometown. His name is Sheriff Oborowori. He was the speaker of our state assembly for 2 tenures before he became governor. He is not an Igbo man. He's from Urobo. But he supported our conference. He is in support of the creation of Anyoma state as well because he knows what it means. All the local governments in Delta State are under the Igbo domination. Let me use that word. Asaba is the capital. It has been the capital from the day it was created. All the developments first start in Asaba before it goes to other places. In terms of marginalization, nobody will ever tell you they are marginalizing Igbos in Delta State. We are not marginalized. We are the head. But we want to be part of the Southeast. So it is those people who are enjoying the lagaz that is coming from Delta while they are not in Igbo land that are shouting that they don't want to be part of the Southeast. They want to continue in Delta. Or if they will have Anyoma, but they don't want to be part of Southeast. The state creation slot is for the Southeast. Take us to the Southeast. So that if you ask people, because from my research I found out that why people say they are not Igbo. He said, did you see the fire victims? The fire victims in Lagos or where? Okay, he said, did you see the fire victims? How many fire victims did you meet in Lagos or on the island? Maybe, perhaps, you underestimate us or you overestimate us. This is not the president of Ohanes and Igbo Lagos chapter or Delta State chapter. I am not. If you are Igbo, you are an Igbo man, kindly assist us in any way you can. Stop looking for where to apportion blames or not apportion blames. I didn't go to Lagos State to meet with the fire victims. No, not at all. That wasn't the aim of our visit. That visit is scheduled by Ohanes and Igbo. When they do it, people will join them. If we are invited, we will also join them. Before fire victims, we had people whose shops were knocked down. We have also had that visitation. Don't come to a place to look for fault. Look for what you can contribute to the system. If it's fault, you will find plenty fault here. I'm talking to Chukwubuike. There are so many faults you will find because we cannot do it all. That is why we are doing this reawakening. I'm not running anywhere. I'm here. I'm doing a live video. That's why we are doing a reawakening, to reawaken Igbo consciousness, so that you Chukwubuike Mabo, can take action. If there's anything you're doing to promote Igbo unity, to promote Igbo consciousness, let us know. If there's anything you're doing that you also need support, let us know. While you also support the one we are doing. He said, don't run. Where will I be running to? It's my pleasure that you are online. What I only asked of you the first time is to be civil, that this is an intellectual platform, it's not a motor park for touts. So this is Enuani Cultural Forum. And here what we do is to promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. And we preach Igbo unity. I'm asking you to please take out a minute to double tap on this video to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so that you can see our videos when they come up. Cheesy, leave this, my brother. You know, some of them indeed are not Igbo. I am very certain. And you know this too. From experience, we know that many of them are not Igbo. They just want to come and throw tantrums, cause disaffection, make people angry, and then go away. That's just what they do. They just come and constitute nuisance, like this my brother James is saying. They just come and constitute nuisance so that you can leave what you're discussing and start talking other things. Then they will be happy and they will be smiling that they have achieved their aim. What we are doing as Ndi Igbo is what Christians call evangelism. We are like soldiers. Beware that we have fought battles in our home before coming to public to even come and open our mouth. Most of them are not Igbo at all. They are not Igbo. If you ask this man now about Chukwuemeka, where in Igbo land, ole isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. Ị gaghị ahụzi ya, ọ gaghị ekwuzi ihe ọ bụla ebe a. Okay, ka m jụọ ya. My brother about Chukwuemeka, biko gwa m, achọrọ m ịjụ gị. I'm giving you the attention that you asked for now. So about Chukwubuike m shine. Biko ole ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. Biko abọ Chukwubuike m shine. Gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. Na anụ m eche. Abọ Chukwubuike m shine. Gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. Nwoke ọma anụ m eche gị. Gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. You can now take it up from there. Because ihe na-eme na most of these people ị na-ahụ abụghị ndị Igbo. Ọ sị na o si Enugu. Enugu abụghị a place. Enugu is the name of a state. Gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo ọ na-asị na Enugu. Nwụrụ kaikai. Ọ nwụkpọọla isi. Olee ebe nwụrụ gufu gị? Wee na Enugu. Gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa. Achọrọ m ịsụrụ ya bekee. Biko ka anyị na-asụrụ ya Igbo. Nwoke ọma gwana anyị ebe isi wee bịa na ani Igbo. Ọ sị na Enugu. Ama na ị ga-agazi now piche ya na Google type ka agwa gị ebe isi wee bịa. Gwa m ebe isi wee bịa. Ọ sị na ọ wee Enugu State boy. Iwe onye ara. Gwa m ebe isi wee bịa n'Enugu. Ọ sị m Enugu State boy. Do you know how big and beautiful Enugu is? Chọna ebe isi wee bịa n'Enugu. Gwa na ya ebe isi wee bịa n'Enugu. Ọ ihe ndị a na-eme. And it's very very funny. It's very very funny and shameful. It only speaks mainly of inferiority complex. Anytime I hụrụ ndị Igbo together a na-eme ife, you will see them, they'll go and find a name, an Igbo name, come there and do one stupid comment and run away. That's not only Enugu. If you ask an Igbo man where are you from, or second Enugu, Enugu is Enugu a place. Tell us where in Enugu that you are from. Come now, my armies where they are not even the name of community. When I lineage is where they are Enugu. Nyara. So, my brothers and sisters, you have seen what we are up against. We are up against people, even in our midst, my own community. There are people that traditionally are Yoruba people that came and settled in our midst. They say, I heard you rant. He cannot Google out anything. Because in Nigeria, I will hear the name of your community. In Nigeria, Guanumama is way bene ani Igbo. Abuwa is way bene ani Igbo. Let me know it. In an arrow, they will come to a comment section. I will not be Igbo ne dem. To my dear na Basara unity in Igbo. You know all na eme Igbo Igbo ka anyị bịa ka ọnụ. Ịnụrụ anya ebe a na-ekwu ndị Igbo ka anyị nọkọ ọnụ. Mee ihe ọbụla ga-eme ka anyị Igbo wee na-aga n'iru. Ọ fọrọ onye Yoruba kwụọ ụdọ. Onye Yoruba ga-akwụ ụdọ ma ọnụ na ndị Igbo na-anọkọ ọnụ. It's a very very big pain to them. They can't even have rest. But onye ka mmadụ akago ya o. Ọ ihe Chukwu ji wee dị ebube. Onye ọbụla ka mmadụ kara ya, kacha ya, kagbuo ya, ka ya ka mmụọ niile na-eso onye ahụ, kakpuruo ha. He doesn't understand na ọ ihe m jụrụ ya na gwara anyị ebe isi wee bịa n'ala Igbo ọsị m Enugu, I'm Enugu State boy. His name is Abo Chukwubuikem. Abo Chukwubuikem, when I hear this word, then I need, but say he never reach where I did for now, I swear. Anybody go to her. Anybody mono. Never reach where I did. My brother, you are too less of a concern for us, okay? So what we are preaching here in the Basalandi, Botu, Gesu, every Boma. What do I get to wake up on the ndị ofe mmanụ nọ n'ime anyị na-ebutere anyị ọgbaghara. We are bigger than all this. We are bigger than all these people. They are underneath us. They are underneath us. Under. Onye ọ ga-abụ na ọbịa obodo gị ọzụọ full community rụọ ya, develop ya, ọ bụrụgo n'ime mmiri ọ rụọ ya, rụzuo ya, ndị mmadụ na-ebi ya. You don't have to talk when some people are talking now. And we don't go about talking about itself. So because Igbo, to ihe ka m na-ayọ, we have to come together. We have to come together. He has made another comment that YouTube is informing me here that this comment was held. Iwe wela ya. Cheesy. Iwe wela the young man very well. Very whole day. YouTube is showing me that this comment is held for review. As a no de la rubbish. So YouTube they hold all the comments. They don't want to show that his comment. YouTube has held a comment that he wrote. So my brothers and sisters, please let us come together. You say you can sell Kanu, bro. We know everything. Brother killers. What they do is to try to see if they can sow a seed of discord. When I started this video, I said, onye Igbo, onye Igbo, ọ bụ na onye Igbo ahụ bụ onye Ikwere. Another onye Igbo from Ibanke, another onye Igbo from Benue, and another onye Igbo from Kogi, and these 4 people find themselves in Malta. How Orola Otunne na Otunna. That is how ndị Igbo are. But when they return back to Nigeria, hey, I'm Kogi. Hey, no talk to me, I'm Benue. That is how the Igbo people are. That is how the Igbo people are. Hey, no, I've ignored him. Thank you so much, James. I've ignored him. Oh, he meant the Igbo. The people called Ndi Igbo. The people called Ndi Igbo are people reputed for greatness. Ndị Igbo na-amakwa ilu na-asị na ezi afa ka ego. So ebe ndị mmadụ na-ekwu na ndị Igbo ha hụrụ ego n'anya karịa ihe niile, ọ na-eme m na-achị ọchị. Maka ndị Igbo na mgbe gboo, ọ bụ na aghọtaghị ebe isi wee kpata ego gị, ọ masị gị were ego ahụ rụọ ọrụ nne gị na nna gị ụlọ, agaghị ebi n'ime ụlọ ahụ. Ị ga-ebugodo ụzọ kọwara ha na nne ihe m mere m ji wee kpata ego tupu ha ga-ege gị ntị ma were 1 kobo from your hand. Ọ ihe eji wee mara ndị Igbo. Ihe mekwanụ m ji wee na-asụ asụsụ Igbo bụ ka onye ọbụla bụ ofe mmanụ na-ege m ntị na mbụ soro ikuku wee fefuo. Ị ga-ahụ onye ọbụla ahụhụ onye ofe mmanụ na ọnụ na na-asụ asụsụ Igbo, iwe agbaala ya. Iwe agbaala ya. O nwekwana ike ọ bụ na o nweghị ike event iwe ahụ na-agba ya on this platform, o were iwe ahụ jekwudo onye Igbo ọzọ ọ na-ahụ n'ebe obi. Ọ ihe ndị Igbo na-ahụ n'aka ndị obodo, aka ndị mba ndị ọzọ na Nigeria. Mana ọ gaghị ereduce ndị Igbo. A sị na mmiri mara ugo asago ugo arụ. A sịkwa na mmiri ụgbana ji wee saa arụ ka ugo ji achake. The Igbo people are reputed for greatness. That is what we are known for. Arinze, you will not kill me. I God have mercy. Arinze, it's not the poverty worshippers. Poverty worshippers all don't know how the name does being. Before you will even get to all these fine places that you will see in Lagos, you got gacha does being me letting away CC. Nke m hụrụ ebe anyị na-alọta. Till now, if my mind flashes back to it, I will not even eat. I'm ozu mmadụ dọrọ n'ogige ogiri moto a na-apị ya peta ozu mmadụ. Ndị ahụ na-ehụ ha na social media na-eme ihe. Can such never be in any part of Igbo land where life is sacred? Ozu mmadụ dọrọ n'etiti ogiri moto a na-eti ya peta asị na onye ara. Onye ara that doesn't have agbụrụ. Onye ara ahụ nweghị ebe o si wee bịa. Asị na onwe ike nkwanụ ndị egbu ebelisi, ndị oji egbe egbu gburu mmadụ bịa tụfuo ya n'oziri. N'etiti Lagos ka m na-ekwu ihe a. Just yesterday n'etiti Lagos on a Saturday morning. Ndị ahụ ndị ga-ahụcha na social media na-agwa gị money worshippers. Arinze otu isi okwu ya gawa worship wee poverty ya. Go and worship your dustbin and poverty. Ụmụ Igbo, this is our first time of making a live stream now for 2026. And I'm so excited that we spent this time together. I look forward to making further videos. Ihe m ga-ayọ unu bụ, biko nu, gaanụ na Enuani Cultural Forum, subscribe to our channel, na-ekepụ our video, na-ezipụ ya, zite ya na WhatsApp groups ndị nọ. Ka ndị mmadụ nwekwa na amamihe na o nwere ihe na-eme na Enuani Cultural Forum, because we have a lot to do this year. A whole lot. We achieved a lot last year, but this year, anyị ga-emekwa karịa ihe anyị mere n'afọ 2025. Chineke gọzie unu. Expect a video that I will post after making this video. Thank you and do have a very wonderful day. God bless you.